TCM and Orbit going to a fourth map here. Orbit still leading 2-1 against TCM. But TCM now probably feeling a little bit more relaxed here. They've got some points on the board. Going to use that to try and build momentum and steamroll through the rest of the game.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what goes on now. The next map, Hardpoint. You know, Orbit are playing amazingly well. If Watson does play as he's been playing all day, I can see this going Orbit's way. You know, he's been absolutely destroying people. And this map earlier on, I remember watching Enigma playing. I think it might have been yesterday, Enigma. This map, I was saying it's a really good map in terms of kill streaks, because they are so important, because some of those hills, two out of the hills that you get on this map are literally, you can get the full 60 on it. That map, especially being in the sort of the really closed room, you can get a full 60 on it, and that's a game changer. That would be, it's really important. That's full 60 points, because it's so hard to break.
We see really early rotations for that one usually. I mean, anything from 35
seconds.
I
mean, I've done it before previously, where I've sent a teammate over to the top hill and I've gone straight for that hill, just simply because it is so important, and because especially considering you can get kill streaks of it, because all the other enemy teammates will be trying to break that hill. You can pick them off, and the next hill is in open space. Use your kill streaks. Those two hills are the game changers, in my opinion.
Certainly are. And who do you think is going to take this one? I mean, Orbit come out so hard in the first Hardpoint. But it is a momentum game, and TCM got the last respawn win.
Do you know what? It is a momentum game, but I just can't see Orbit losing this, because going back to the earlier Hardpoint, they played so well. Watson was on fire. Mohawk was on fire. I mean, Marky B put up such a good fight. You know, you've got Moose putting up a good fight as well. I can't see this going any other way except for Orbits.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to have to disagree with you a little bit there, actually.
Controversial.
Well, it'll have to be a little bit controversial. I mean, you called the last one correctly. But I don't know. I feel like TCM, if they can, it's going to come down for me for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If the team that pulls ahead in the first 2 minutes and gets pumped, that is the winner.
Yep.
And I feel that maybe TCM have a slight edge of doing that first off because of that last game.
I mean, I agree to a certain point. I mean, I'm all for that. I mean, there was a game earlier on, I literally, it's gone from my mind, where the team on Hardpoint Slums, they went out they were full out off the break. Really, really good play from at the start. You know, they were up 50 points. But after that initial period subsided, the other team managed to experience kicked in. I think it might have been infused, actually. They set out for the hard points, used their kill streaks to their advantage, and that was it. Coming off the back can help, and I completely agree with all the composure, because you want to get those early kills in. You want to gain that confidence. And sometimes it does work, but loads of other times, unfortunately, it doesn't.
Well, we will soon find out. Both teams just editing their classes at the moment. They always take forever, the pros. Because they always make sure they have to edit. Someone pointed this out to me earlier. They take a little bit longer than normal people, because they talk to their team and say, right, what have you got? Have you actually made sure you put this down? We've got to make sure we've got the strategies for everything. Make sure we've got the smokes, the trophy systems, EMPs if we need them. Yeah,
Wonder is one of the most frustrating teammates to play with, because after every map he will change the slightest of things. Because, I mean, it's true, because there's so many perks now. You know, Call of Duty has enabled so many different perks for different maps. Fair play. Get the perks that you need. No, for this particular map, you want to climb things extremely, quicker, because it is a building map. It's really close quarters map.
Well, jump up, going into purple as well. There's a lot of things, like you said, you can actually climb up. The players do use, and we're going to start on board with TCM once again. Flux using the Chicom, so we've got to see this. He was kind of man of the game last time round.
Yeah, he's got the crossbow out. I actually remember seeing him warming up with this yesterday, and he was saying he hardly ever misses with it, because it's true. I was watching him play, and he was really accurate with it. It's just really surprising to see him do it.
Yeah, something he's been bringing around a lot recently, and there we go, Flux using that Chicom, the deadly effect, as TCM started to get it, but the rotation, look at that. Watson already setting up for the next one there in the hill.
I mean, it's really interesting that you bring that up, actually, Brycey, because Watson is setting up for that next hill, because by staying there, he's giving his teammates a good spawn on that side. Look, you can see them spawning up top. You know, this first hill is 50-50. It's no man's land. It doesn't matter if you don't get all the points off the board, off the bat straight away, just because it's all about setting up for that second hill, because again, it's in the treehouse. You can get a large amount of time on it. It goes back to what I was saying before this game started. There are a number of hills where you can get the full 60 off this hill, and Watson is playing really, really smart there.
So it is now still on board with Flux. I'm actually on board with Kylie. He's on a 4 streak at the moment. He's going to go around the top. And now they're going to both vote from top control here, simply because if they can get top control, not only is it a really good position to force the enemy team coming towards you, but it means when you rotate to the next one as well, it is better.
Exactly. You're thinking like a player now. This is amazing play from TCM as well. Both teams, it's really good to see these teams, a team of strategists setting up for the next hill, because it's what it's all about. It's rotation. It's all hard point is about. It's all about rotation and setting up for spawns. So much to think about. Really good play from both teams.
Certainly is. And Mooch doesn't manage to get that with JT. Knocks him out of the hill. And Flux is actually there trying to get the kill in as well, but there's points going towards the Orbit team at the moment. He does go down to Kyle, and at the moment TCM are in the better position to hold this.
Yeah, extremely well. And you can see the Orbit players running up that left side.
They're not even challenging anymore.
No,
that alleyway down there is just a death trap.
It's one of the frustrating things about this map, and I really do like this map, but the pretty much the only flaw for me is just how far away you spawn from the hill. It's so frustrating. Once you're caught in one of the team's spawn traps on this top hill, do you know what? Put your controller down, because the chances are by the time you get to the other side of the map, it's not even worth it.
Certainly isn't on board. Marky Beers, he does die. We switch to him on board with Kyle now on a 3 streak. Doesn't get that one either. Orbit taking control of this hill, and they're putting the kills down as well. I'm going to jump on board with Jord, sorry.
He wishes.
He does wish. But playing fairly well at the moment himself. Let's go on board with Orbit Watson. Oh, actually got that harbor kill. And that was a trophy kill.
I've never, ever seen that before.
It has happened once or twice. I've seen it. It's that weird thing. If you manage to get in between the grenade that's being thrown and the trophy system, the little fletchings that come out actually do take you down. But Marky B's picking up 2 himself. Orbit fighting tooth and nail to hold on to this one. I'm surprised both teams don't really have the rotation.
Oh, yeah.
Orbit Jord is the only one who's gone for
really
it.
Sneaky. This is, I think TCM here have a real poo sandwich, just because the fact that, 20 seconds in, you should be rotating for this flag, because this is where you are going to get the 60 seconds on. And I think they got it a bit too much in their head. They're too busy concentrating for that top hill, and it's allowed Orbit to get into this flag.
Yeah, they should have definitely rotated earlier for this one, and it has not paid off for them, as you can well see, as Orbit have full control, and breaking into this is a nightmare at the best of times. And they are desperately trying to do it now. TCM have a huge fight on their hands to get in.
It wouldn't surprise me if they don't get a single point off this. Although, saying that now,
there we go. Breaks it right open.
I've eaten my own words. I've had my own poo sandwich there.
Now let's have a little Marky V jumping to him. Gone bob with Kyle. He has a 2 kill as well, but Orbit is still fighting tooth and nail. Both teams hammering each other at this hard point now. The only person is George. He goes in, he does get taken down himself. JT has to hold it, and they're going to get the last 15 seconds as the rotation is coming in. But Mohawk is already there. Orbit are rotating so much better.
This is brilliant play. This is absolutely music to my eyes. Honestly, it's so perfect to watch teams set up for that next hill. It's so important, rotation. And Orbit, and both TCM, to be fair, the last hard point didn't really do them justice, but before that they've been rotating really well. Both teams have been rotating extremely, extremely well. And 109 to 87, that's why it's so close, because they're thinking ahead.
Yeah, I know. Still on board with Flux. He's going to try and get this kill with the cheek on. Trying to use it a little bit like an assault rifle there. Challenge and gone, a head glitch. Flux just doing a lot of slaying work, and he jumps down, takes him down as well. And they are clearing this up. They're going to get some serious points on this one if they can keep doing this.
It'd be interesting to see who's got kill streaks, actually.
I'll just have a quick flick through.
Pretty much no one.
No one.
That's unfortunate. Be really interesting.
Flux getting more kills on a 6 streak at the moment. Actually, has to switch to his knife before he goes for the reload. He is being chased.
He's being he doesn't realise.
He needs to get out of there. Can he get this kill as well? No, he gets taken down before he gets his score streak. He's going to be sick about that, because that would have been a big game changer.
Yeah, indeed. You ideally want the score streaks for this hill, just because it could be the last one. I mean, watching Enigma play yesterday, and Sauer's got a score streak in the last second, and they ended up winning just by 5 seconds, just because of that score streak.
So now, TCM looks like they were setting up early. Moose was the man who's going to do it. Has been beaten to the punch by Watson. You see, both teams not really worried about the points in the middle. Like, we'll go in there if we have to, but we know there's going to be so much grenade rain and bullets come in that it's kind of not worth it.
No, yeah, Watson's going to be playing really, really passive on this side now. He's doing exactly what he did at the beginning. He's going to push into this treehouse just because that middle hill is there. He's going to get his team the perfect spawn to set up for the second hill. Really good play from Watson. He's got that control side of the map. Oh!
No, but almost gets a little bit turned down, but does get the 2-piece with the B23R. And now Orbit are set up once again for this rotation. TCM are going to need a break if they are in the lead, but at the moment Orbit are calling the shots.
Yeah, Orbit, Watson playing really well there. He's holding off the ground. He's playing that anchor roll so well, and he's got a really accurate shot.
He does, and that is being the difference at the moment. Orbit have this rotation. TCM have more numbers in the immediate vicinity, but they've got to break in. Moose turns the corner, doesn't pull the trigger as quickly as the other man, and now TCM have to still fight.
It is so close. It is back and forth. You know, it's watching two football teams cancel each other out because it's just so back and forwards. Really good play.
Oh, getting that one, but a great nade from Jaw takes him down as neither team is in the hill right now, and they make this crucial kill. Jaw goes down. Moose still not in the hill, waiting for it. And now it does seem like a little bit of control towards TCM, but both teams are now going to start thinking rotate, rotate, rotate.
Yeah, I mean, the points on this board, this hill, because as the game's going on, now it's starting to become the factor of every point does count. And, you know, look, you can see Orbit here starting to rotate. TCM have got this hill. Orbit have conceded to the fact that, you know, they're going to get the remaining seconds. We need to start catching up because the game is going towards the latter stages.
So let's just have a little look as they go for it. And now Orbit do have control of this one first of all. JT putting down, getting the hardpoint points as well. Two of TCM are kind of stuck in that building there. A little bit worried about coming out. Kyle just picking up the kill of the reinforcements for Orbit. Now it's going to be a serious gunfight kick-off. Flux trying to get away. JT taking down his teammate. Flux desperately trying to stay alive at the moment.
Yeah, it's really good play from TCM here to hold, you know, just to sneak up this flag. Orbit are playing really well to hold off the flag. They're getting up the points.
Yeah, Moose trying to stay alive. Give his team a little bit of a foothold into this one. And it's not really working out. He's kind of stalled here. Orbit are getting an awful lot of time in this one because TCM cannot get in sufficient numbers as Orbit get it. And the other, oh, wow, that was a good spawn, actually.
Do you know what? 4 down there.
Spawn rotation.
Actually, that's a really good point there. You know, it's not bad in TCM's favour. Sometimes when I play hardpoint and I'm last on the hill, I start shooting just to get the other team to kill me, because then, do you know what? It gives me a better spawn to the other side of the hill, and this should be TCM's favour. Despite going 4 down, no, hold off the full 60.
Now, Orbit did take the lead there with that hill, but TCM in the better position. If they can get the full 60 here, it will put them in a fantastic position to finish this match out. But Orbit are going to come all guns blazing.
Close. This hill is what's going to count. This is why they're going to win now. If Orbit can break this, it would be really, really intense. The last few seconds of the game. Oh! Deserve it.
Oh, they've broken straight in. JT holding it down as well, and that was broken a lot easier than TCM would have wanted it to be.
They've got score streaks as well. Great play from Orbit there. You know, TCM 4 alive around that hill. Go back. I don't think, do you know what? I think this is Orbit's map.
It certainly does look like it at the moment. TCM have to pull something unbelievable out of the bag right now. Men behind him, he's just going to take Marky B with a 3-piece. This is still all to play for. Score streak still in play, though, as we go into a very open hardpoint.
Tell you what, I did say this was going to be Orbit's map, but Marky B did go clutch there. Now it's this final hill. There's kill streaks. You're going to see kill streaks coming thick and fast here. It'll be interesting to see who does come out on top, because there's only a few seconds in it.
Who's got them?
Ooh, it's close.
Only Orbit. And the problem is they have to hold this as well. And TCM have to pull up something just defying belief they can do it, as Jaw picks up 2, and this is looking too far.
They've got control of the hill with the score streaks. This is Orbit's game.
It certainly is, and there's only one man on the hill, and he can't do anything about it, and that is pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah.
As really Orbit are going to drop TCM out of this tournament.
Top 3.
Orbit for top 3.
Orbit for top 3. Who would have predicted that, eh?
Yeah, nobody would have predicted this before this event kicked off, that Orbit would knock out the big team of TCM, let alone come top 3.
No, they're playing really, really well. They've knocked out some great and awesome teams. You know, they took Infused nearly all the way. They beat Enigma. They've just beat Tech, and now they've beaten TCM. Great play by Orbit. You know, Watson there playing really well. He's
27 and
He is
12.
my MVP, I've decided. You know, Mad Cat, amazing player. Everyone expects it from Mad Cat. Everyone expects it from the likes of Swanee, Josh, and if he's line up. Do you know what? Watson is my MVP. Just
how far can this Orbit team go? Infused up next. But Giant Slayer so far, long may it continue.
Yes, indeed. Now, I reckon Orbit might just edge it. I know I say it before. It's a bit questionable now playing against TCM, but you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Orbit's going to take out Infused.
Well, that is a bold choice. I believe we do have someone over at EGL Central, so we are going to pass over to them right now.